Think you caught everything in Squid Game Season 2? Think again. Here are some Easter eggs, fan theories, and behind-the-scenes facts that completely change how you see the game. Number 1. The character Thanos is played by T.O.P. While this is the role most people recognize him for now, he originally gained fame for being a member of one of the most influential K-pop groups under YG Entertainment, Big Bang. Known for his deep voice and charismatic stage presence, T.O.P. helped shape Big Bang's global success. Alongside music, he also pursued acting, starring in films like Commitment and Taza, the Hidden Card. However, his career faced turbulence in 2017 when he was involved in a drug scandal involving marijuana use, which is a serious offense in South Korea. He was given a suspended prison sentence and took a long hiatus from the public eye. After completing his mandatory military service, something all Korean men are required to go through, and after spending several years away from the entertainment industry, T.O.P. came back into the public eye when the news broke that he was cast in Season 2 of Squid Game.
Welcome back, my friends.
His inclusion in the show, not to mention the popularity of his character, shows the potential of a comeback. And, though he's no longer a member of Big Bang, he certainly hasn't forgotten their music. In fact, in this scene, you can see him singing one of the group's songs.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang.
Number 2. Were you also wondering if the frontman was psychologically messing with the group or just genuinely bad at Spin the Top? In the six-legged pentathlon, the group runs through a series of games. They get everything right on the first try each time and pretty much breeze through it, until they get to the spinning top, where the frontman proceeds to mess up repeatedly. It's hard to tell if this was on purpose or not. However, if you've paid close attention to the frontman, you'll have noticed that he's left-handed. But when he plays the Spin the Top game, every time he fails, he uses his right hand. When he ultimately succeeds, he's switched to his left hand, showing he was indeed just messing with them the entire time. Number 3. In case you missed it, Squid Game Season 1 quietly hid one of its biggest clues in plain sight. The dormitory where the players sleep is more than just a bleak holding cell. It's covered in murals that actually foreshadow all the games played throughout the competition. As players get eliminated and beds are removed, the images on the walls gradually reveal themselves, giving both the characters and the audience a chance to anticipate what's coming next, if they're observant enough. And eagle-eyed viewers have spotted that the next 2 games in Season 3 of Squid Game will be monkey bars, which could be a terrifying test of upper body strength, and human chess or checkers, likely a game of strategy where a single move could cost someone their life. Hopefully, Gi-hun realizes this before the end, as it might help him and his remaining friends survive. But after everything he went through last season, he may not be in the best mental state to notice the writing literally on the walls. Number 4. You wouldn't think milk would be a big deal in a show like this, but one throwaway line has the fan theories going crazy. In the 5th episode of Season 2, the frontman gives Jung-hee his milk, saying,
내가 원래 신우유를 못 마셔요.
Then, if we go back to Season 1, Gi-hun gives Ali his milk.
흰우유를 못 먹어서요.
우리 아들이 꼭 자네 같았거든.
This has given rise to a major fan theory. Oh-il-nam mentions how his son doesn't drink milk. Could this be a clue that Oh-il-nam was In-ho's father? Or perhaps it was just another way to mess with Gi-hun. It could also just be In-ho's way to ingratiate himself with the players and make him seem like a regular, kind-hearted person. What do you think? Quick sidebar. Be sure to get some of this awesome merch so you can look the part for the Season 3 premiere. Links are in the description below. Number 5. Player 246 might not be dead. Season 2 gave us a closer look at the lives of the guards of Squid Game through the former North Korean soldier, Kang No-yul. From the beginning, we can see that she cares deeply about the girl in the strawberry hat, Na-yeon. So, when she spots the girl's dad, player 246, she's understandably shaken and proceeds to keep an eye on him throughout the rest of the games. As one of the players to participate in Gi-hun's failed rebellion, he was shot by one of the pink guards. While it's not shown specifically if it was Kang No-yul, it was a guard with a triangle, the same as her. And if we look closely at the scene, when the guard first aims their gun at 246, it's aimed at his heart. But when the gun is fired, it's aimed lower, possibly in a non-fatal area. And since we know that they're harvesting organs from players who are barely alive, I think it's pretty likely that we'll see her use this as a cover to get player 246 out of this alive and back to his daughter. I hope so, at least. There's already too much heartbreak in the show. And speaking of non-fatal gunshot wounds, Number 6. Junho survived last season and is guided throughout Season 2 by Sea Captain Park. However, from the beginning, Captain Park's behavior raised subtle red flags. In the beginning, he would simply suggest to Junho to give up his search for the island and express some disbelief in his story. But as the season progressed, we could see him keeping an eye on the team, asking about the drone by pretending he didn't know how it worked, and talking to Woo-sok about their plans.
송 사장님 얘기 선장님도 들으셨구나. 뭐 그냥 방영사한테 잠깐.
He also sailed them to a decoy island where an explosion killed one of the mercenaries. But personally, as soon as he mentioned squid in episode 1, my alarm bells were ringing.
같이 오징어나 잡자.
You're not going to mention squid in Squid Game and not be evil. It's also worth noting that since Captain Park is the one who rescued Junho, it's likely that the front man, his brother Inho, was the one who called Captain Park to rescue him. And that, combined with everything we learned about him in Season 2, is enough to give me hope that Inho will have a redemption arc. Number 7. The recruiter seems completely unhinged, but was this just an act? During the tense Russian roulette scene with Mr. Kim and Woo-sok, the recruiter claims he's loaded 5 out of 6 chambers with live bullets. But if you watch closely, there's a subtle detail that changes everything. Most of the bullets appear to be blanks, meaning he was manipulating them through fear, turning the pressure up to force them to make mistakes. Whether this was a calculated move on his part or just a clever Easter egg for viewers who know how firearms work, it shows that beneath his erratic behavior, the recruiter might be far more dangerous and strategic than we thought. Number 8. The phone number that the players used in the first season was a real phone number. It doesn't seem like it at first. However, when the callers dialed that number, their phones automatically added the prefix 010, which turned it into a real number. As a result, the owner of it was called more than 4,000 times a day. Netflix later apologized and went back in and altered the phone number. So, when Season 2 dropped, it made sense that they'd be more careful. This time, the number shown is completely different, yet it carries a clever twist of its own. Blink and you might miss it. The new number starts with 456. Sung Gi-hun's number. Number 9. There were several characters that appeared in Season 2 that we'd already seen before. Mr. Kim is the debt collector from the first episode of Squid Game who threatened to sell Gi-hun's organs if he didn't pay his debt. The broker that Gi-hun is using to try and find Sae-byok's mom is the same broker Sae-byok threatened in Season 1. And surprisingly, the broker seems more helpful this time.
새벽이한테 전에 빚진 것도 있고 이번 일은
It's nice to see he's had a change of heart. And, of course, Jung-jae was Gi-hun's friend from Season 1 who used to bet on horses with him. Are you guys ready for Season 3? Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know which detail blew your mind the most.